Hi everybody, I'm Ed.
And I'm Sandy.
And this is Over the Hills 2019, and this little ditty is about our visit to the Grand Canyon, specifically the south rim of the Grand Canyon, in Arizona, of course.
Which is very, very grand.
Oh, it's, well, okay, let's go to the weather. We've been here for about 11 days now, and the weather it's April, late April. They don't even open up the North Rim until like May 1st. So what could we expect? Well, we did know it was going to be pretty crazy. But so we've been here about 11 days, and they've had one day out of those 11 days. The weather was good enough that we could get over to the South Rim and do some shooting in the afternoon. We've had snow the other day, and General loved that. But so now it's looking like tomorrow we can get in there in the morning. The weather will be good, and you shoot the South Rim in morning light as opposed to the afternoon that we already did.
We've seen a lot of canyons in our travels, and some of them we thought were pretty darn fantastic canyons, huge canyons, but the Grand Canyon is called the Grand Canyon for a reason. It is just unlike anything you've ever seen before. It's absolutely amazing.
It is. I mean, just to throw some stats out there, when you're like at the I think it's the Grand View on the South Rim, when you're looking down to the Colorado River, that's 6,000 feet.
Which is over a mile.
And, a friend of ours, another couple that RVs, they're going to the North Rim, and they're professional tour guides. You got to hire these people if you want to go in certain areas of the Grand Canyon. And they're going in for this early lead, and they're going to take people down into the bottom of the Grand Canyon and back up again on the North Rim. Well, he was kidding with me and said, well, they visited with us where we're at, and they left to go to the North Rim, which is like 4 hours, by the way, because you got to drive all the way around. And he was kidding. He says, I'll wave when we get to the other side. We got up to the south rim of the Grand Canyon, and I'm looking across this thing, and pictures as a photographer, it's almost impossible to shoot. You can't capture. Photos don't do it justice, and words can't describe it. It is just the most amazing geological formation. It blows my mind. Well, anyway, I took the pictures. I got home that night, and I was looking at Google Satellite, and I realized when I was looking across, I'm not looking at the North Rim. What I'm looking at is another mountain area within the Grand Canyon. It's 28 miles across. You're not looking over to the north side of the rim. That's just not. It's hundreds of miles long. I can't imagine when the early settlers came up with this and said, okay, now what?
Yeah, how do we get across this?
So anyway, we've got some footage. We'll show you the Grand Canyon. Like I say, for me as a photographer, it's just video and photography just don't do it justice. But we tried our best, guys. So here's our visit to the south rim of the Grand Canyon in early April.
Late April.
Late April, and it's still cold.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, we'd love to hear them. If you would like to subscribe, please feel free to do so. And we have lots of other videos out there that you can watch as well. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody, and I hope you have a great day, and look forward to your comments. Bye-bye.
Take care. Our original plan for visiting the Grand Canyon was to move our trailer up closer to that area so that we didn't have as far to drive to get into the park. But when we realized the temperatures were another 6 to 7 degrees colder than what we were already experiencing in Williams, we decided just to stay put and make the drive up there. Williams also had cheaper groceries and cheaper gas, so it made economical sense to us as well. Our first stop was at Mathur Point, which is just inside the gate and to the left. That's probably one of the more visited areas. But while we were there, we saw some information on the Desert View Road. and we figured that would probably give us the best chance to get good pictures, a different variety of pictures. It's about 25 miles from one end to the other, and it does have various places to pull off where you can take pictures of the canyon. We'd only gone just a few miles down the Desert View Road when we saw these elk right on the side of the road feeding. That was pretty awesome. This watchtower is at the end of the Desert View Road, at the end of the 25 miles. The road does continue, but this is the end of the national park area. This is an amazing construction. The drive up there just in the truck took about an hour for us to reach the entrance gate. Although the first day we went up on a Saturday, and we did have to wait in line probably about 45 minutes before we could get through the entrance gate. The second time that we went up, it was during the week, I think on a Thursday or something. And we were able to get right in within a couple of minutes. The traffic wasn't near as bad. Beware of mountain lions. That was a surprise. Never seen that one before. On the second day that we went in, we visited Mathur Point last, and there were a bunch of elk right there in the visitor center area, so that made for some really awesome pictures.